So, stream is online. Let me make the announcement real quick. So, now that we made an announcement, I'm sorry for the black picture there. Normally there should be the Cold Hearts logo, but apparently the game doesn't like me doing game capture. So, if we continue having issues with this, I will switch to window capture. But for now I think this should be fine. Let's see how the game runs. I've played a little bit yesterday and it's fine. The reason why we're playing this is actually because we finished Garandia last week. Oh, actually I now see the Cold Hearts logo again at this point, but it's not appearing on stream. Well, never mind that. The main thing again, we finished Grandia last week, and next week I'm going on vacation, so I'm not going to stream for the next 2 or 3 weeks, which means that I didn't want to start anything new, right? Normally I would probably have picked Grandia 2, and continue my, series for Grandia, because why in the hell not? But for this weekend I've decided today we're going to play Cold Hearts, because I wanted to promote it anyway, a little bit at least. I'm not a big fan of games like this, but I like Outstyle Memories in 8-bit. So that's that. And tomorrow we're going to continue with Spellcaster, probably finishing it. We're pretty far at the end. So let's jump straight into the game and see how well this works. Doesn't work at all. Okay, so options. Wait. Options. Window. Remove that. Yep. Add. Freaking window capture. There we go. Make that big. Okay, so that should be a lot better. Maybe put the music a little bit down. I like the music in this game. The text be a little bit faster. Okay. So let's return. As a matter of fact, it doesn't work at all. Why is that? Wait, let me just maybe quit this. And the game crashed again. That's not looking good actually. I never had any issues with any games on this machine. Yeah, that's my desktop. It's not exactly what I wanted to capture. Why is this happening? Maybe that works. Okay, that apparently does work, but let me see if I click out of it. Select new game. Oh, okay, so we got it to work. Aha. So apparently I have to put it in windowed mode and then use game capture, which actually shouldn't even work at all. So that does feel a little bit weird, but I think we managed to get the game running. Okay, probably have to ask them about that. Not sure what game engine this is using under the hood. And apparently other people streamed it already as well. So it might just be my hardware setup, which, well, who knows. Anyway, let's start a game. Have you ever felt like you don't belong? Well, unable to find your place in this strange world. I did play it, I never noticed that, because I don't think this makes much sense in English. Have you ever felt like you don't belong? Well, never mind. Surrounded by people you don't connect with, doing daily tasks that don't seem to fit you, hell, even picking groceries and clothes based on what you think a decent human being would choose. Living the life of an entirely different person with no way to change it. This is my reality since father died. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for anything except a night spent lying on the couch with a bag of chips watching TV, or week-long video game grinding sessions. Oh, sounds pretty much like my life. We only had each other, and father made sure I had both my wallet and fridge full. He owned a shop with household appliances, and I helped him out a few times. But I wasn't really interested in having a job. That doesn't sound like me at all, because I like having a job. I wasn't paying attention when he tried to teach me how to pay taxes or how to run your own company. I didn't even notice when he became sick. Your character is an asshole. That's, I think, one statement we can make. Suddenly everything changed. It felt like I was being slapped in the face with reality. Sadness, grief, guilt. I went through all of those phases trying to accept the fact that he's gone forever. But I never really did. Maybe that's why I try to live his life now. I took over his company. Every morning I wake up, eat a complete breakfast and go to work, selling washing machines, fridges, toasters, everything just as it should be, except for those sleepless nights. I was not sure if that semicolon up there was really necessary. Also, let me just check if the game's... Yeah, we're actually online and everything's going good here. I really hope that getting moving out of the game's window and back in again is not breaking it. I mean, this is a demo, right? But it seems to be a little bit wonky right now, at least on my hardware. So that's that. And what do we have here? When I try to sleep, dark thoughts haunt me, showing me the worst moments of my life, revealing endless anxieties and my deepest fears. I tried counting sheep, but the only thing that really helps is a quick trip to the kitchen to grab something sweet from my fridge. Whoa, sugar addict. And so we live together in a harmony and balance of a regular schedule. Me and my fridge. Every night I come to visit her to ease my worried mind, and when I go back to sleep, except for one night. The night when her fridge came to me. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Who's there? Dot, dot, dot. Silence. I'm sure I heard a weird metallic stomping that woke me from another restless dream. My vision is still blurry after such a sudden awakening. I rub my eyes quickly to find the source of the sound. And suddenly I see it. Holy crap. It's just me. I'm not sure what's more bizarre. A fridge standing right in front of my bed or hearing a female voice in my bedroom. Act cautious, because, hell, I'm just seeing a fridge in my own bedroom. Quite frankly, I've been on some trip, but I've never had that shit going for myself. Anyway, who are you? What are you doing in my house? Stop hiding behind a fridge, thief. To my surprise, the reply I get is sobbing. Same high-pitched female voice I heard before. Oh dear. Dealing with a psycho here? Hey, just tell me what you want, let's get over with it. I just wanted to help, make it easier for Master tonight. Here! Suddenly the door of the fridge opens, casting a beam of light, driving away the shadows of my bedroom. Thrown by an unknown power, a bar of chocolate hits my head and lands in my lap. Thinking about it, and a fridge like that would be really great. Not good for your weight or your blood sugar, but really nice if you really need that stuff. If that's not enough, the fridge turns around and to the dreaded sound of metallic stomping, it leaves my room. can't take this anymore. I sink back into the pillows, hoping to wake up from the stream. Now we're at day 1. ... Yawn. That was a weird dream. I hope I'm not losing my mind. Scratch my head and rub my face, trying to wake up. I feel something sticky on my hand. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's why. That's why Mother always said sleep with the hands above the blanket. And as soon as I open my eyes, I realize something's wrong. Bedsheets are covered in something brown, and so are my hands, my face in pajamas. Jump out of bed and quickly remove my clothes in panic. I know stress can have many effects. I heard about similar disturbances in sleep, but this... That was bad enough. There's something sticky on the bottom of my foot, too. I raise my leg, hopping to try and stay balanced and catch my foot. Ooh, it's a dirty chocolate wrapping. Must have eaten it subconsciously while dreaming about that damn fridge. I know about sleepwalking, but sleep eating? Does that even exist? What a mess. Well, clean the room. Can't wait for that to dry out. Hoping the chocolate won't leave a stain. I get the washing machine going as quickly as possible. So I hope nothing in here plans to talk to me today. Smile and blush immediately, ashamed of being amused by my own joke. I walk out quickly, trying not to overthink the fact that the washing machine sounded angry. Living without my father taught me to be frugal. Sure, I got this apartment and his shop for free, but I have no idea about running a business. Better safe than sorry. After discovering the metal leftover chocolate still in its wrapping, I decided to put it straight into my fridge. I can always eat it at midnight, right? You can also just buy a new one, you know. Because melted chocolate doesn't taste all that well when you put it back into the fridge. Stepping through the kitchen door, I hesitate. I'm not sure if I'm ready for another interaction with my fridge. I realize how pathetic I must look like, afraid of my own household appliances. So are you in the mood to talk today? ... Try to make that sound like a joke, but my voice got rather serious unintentionally. Hey, I just wanted to put this inside of you. Will you let me do it? I'll be gentle. Oh yeah, I'll be gentle. Realize how that sounds, and I'm immediately torn between endless shame and a burst of laughter. My face turns red and sweaty. Of course, please, do it. That same sweet feminine voice, definitely coming out of the fridge. I'm mad. I must be mad. Well, of course we're going to continue our conversation because we've already settled that we're crazy. And hey, Asharian, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a pleasant Saturday afternoon. Will say that I did have a bit of trouble in the beginning to get this game to stream. It works fine on my PC, but streaming it was a little bit of a hassle to get this done. But anyway, let's continue the conversation because we know we're mad, right? So let's continue talking to our fridge. Exactly, and it would be terrible impolite. I mean, that's your fridge, right? That's the most important item you have in your household. Take a deep breath and decide to completely abandon finding any logical explanation for what is happening. Is it true? Can you talk? It's my own fridge talking to me. Hear warm, short sound similar. Sorry. I hear a warm, short sound similar to a quiet giggle. It's difficult to call that talking, but at least my dear owner can understand me. Your dear? That's you. I try to serve you well, I hope. I just hope you see that. Of course I do, but please don't refer to me as owner. But please, I didn't want to make you angry. Please forgive me. I will never do it again. You don't have to be afraid. I'll do my best to take care of you, I promise. Her voice sounds so desperate, like her whole existence depends on me. Her emotions feel real, but she's not a real person, is she? Yeah, definitely. Your fridge is definitely more important than your computer, because your fridge holds all the nice drinks and stuff that you need to stay awake behind your computer. Do you have a name? No reply. Suddenly the silence is broken by a loud buzzing coming from the fridge. The same sound I sometimes hear at night, reminding me to buy a newer model to avoid the drone. Ansu. She said it quietly, in a tone resembling more of a question than an answer. Yeah, my computer can order me more nice stuff, but still. Hot cycles? Well, I mean, over here it's freaking damn hot. I can tell you that. If you hear some buzzing noise, it's probably the two fans that I have on my desk that are blowing straight at me. But yeah, I still think my fridge is my most important item. What would I do without her? Anyway, as far as I know, my father didn't talk with fridges, so she can't be called by her real name for at least 10 years. She hasn't been called by her real name for at least 10 years. Maybe the original owner did that. I start to create all those theories in my head. The actual machine, yeah. Dating a real computer. But I have to admit, as much as I like Outline Memories and 8-bit, to me, dating games or dating sims have always been like an abomination of the gaming world. It's like, when people complain about Telltale games, I'd personally rather play Minecraft Story Mode than any dating sim. But for today, because I didn't want to start Grandia 2, since I'm on vacation next week, so I can't continue it, and I didn't want to have like a really large break that I can avoid, I thought, why not try out this, promote it a little bit, whoever is willing to watch it on my channel at least, and give it a go. I mean, giving a game a fair chance is always a good thing, I think. And I have to admit, the artwork and the music is really, really good in this game, so that's already spot on. But again, I'm not really a big dating sim fan. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, same here. They're really not in my area of interest either. It's like, I mean, honestly, you could probably make a dating sim in a freaking HTML editor. You know, tell people click on index.html and then run my dating sim. And really, if you don't want to make it big with music and everything in the background, you could probably do this on your own, at least if you have some assets that you can use for the artwork. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you want to make something like this, that's going to be a lot more work, but the basic principle of a dating sim is like so simplistic. It's pretty much an interactive novel, isn't it? With not much content. Yeah, and if you can actually write, of course. But I mean, let's say you have all the basics down. It doesn't take much time or much skill to make a very basic dating sim. Of course, all of that grows exponential the more you want to add and the more you want to make out of it. That's clear. I'm not saying that this is like a 2 weeks task or something like that. I wouldn't even dare to say something like that. But personally, I've spent 2 or 3 weeks writing a bash script, right? Yeah, choose your own adventure stories, exactly. But then again, with all my dislike for dating sims, I'm playing one right now, and so far it seems to work out. At least it's a little bit more relaxing than trying to get through the fire pits in Spellcaster. Which took me, I think, 45 minutes just to get through that one level that if you know exactly what you're going to do, it would take you like 2 minutes or something like that. This is a little bit more relaxed, and considering the heat outside, that's a good thing all in all. So, Ansu. Am I insane? I'm afraid I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know such things. I'm so sorry. I can't help you. Not sure if sounds I hear represent choking, sobbing, or her turning into an alien creature, but they for sure don't make me feel less insane. Yeah, that's not what I meant. It's just a normal human being shouldn't talk to fridges, right? Aha! You made a sobbing, choking, alien, whatever thing you stop. All I hear now is silence. Progress. Do you mean that you shouldn't talk to me? You're right, it was rude of me to speak up. I want to apologize. I will never speak again. No, no, not this again. Why am I doing everything wrong? I've never played Bayonetta, so I can't comment on that. But last week I was playing a really old retro game on Master System, one of my favorites actually, and I reached a level that I never reached before, and I quickly figured out why I never reached it before. And that's pretty much because it's freaking difficult. It's like Ninja. There's like this one level, and it's if you make it through, you notice how short it is. But that short level takes you about as long to get through as playing the first 3 levels of Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, Anzu is a little bit weird. I mean, but I mean, I would keep this on. Probably one thing I should give as feedback is that the contrast between selected and unselected items should be a little bit bigger. Not sure if that comes through on the stream, but on my screen, which has a really good contrast level, I can barely see what I selected. Yeah, no, I should try it. I think there's a Bayonetta game on PC on Steam, isn't it? Should probably try that out. Anyway, let's continue that. Didn't I? Maybe it was you who couldn't hear me. Voice sounds like she smiles, but there's some kind of mystery hidden beneath. Oh yeah, I'm playing this on a keyboard. I mean, it's practically only about, pressing up, down, and enter, so I thought, why pick up a controller? I'm not sure, maybe, does this have controller support? Well, let me pick up a controller. To be honest, I'm not sure. I can't remember myself talking before. What would I talk about anyway? Oh yeah, it does have controller support. Yeah, I thought so. Maybe I should pick it up on Steam. Wish it would be on GOG, but yeah. And Bayonetta's a Sega game as far as I know, so that's probably another reason just to get it. The important thing is we can communicate right now. It's pleasing to be able to talk, isn't it? What I don't like about this is pretty much all of this is a little bit rude, isn't it? Like, I'd actually like to say, yeah, it certainly is, but that maybe we can be friends part. Like, who would do that? And who would be this rude? That would be an option too, of course. Also, apparently when you select, when you go underneath, you can actually go underneath here and select nothing. What happens if I do that? Oh, then I'm in the options menu. Okay. Or in the history, I think. Does that highlight? Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, they really need to work out the contrast here, because I can't really see that unless I know it's there. That's good to know. Anyway, let's be nice. Friends? She said in a deeply questioning tone, like wondering if such word even exists. I can't help but giggle. Either she's toying with me or she's such a weirdo. Slap my forehead, realizing how I treat her as a real person after a few minutes of conversations. Am I so lonely? Really? Yeah, but I couldn't really identify it. It's a little bit weird, I think. I think the highlighting should be more elaborate, like having a border around it or something like that. That would be really helpful, considering how colorful the background is. Having a little bit more of a step between what you select and what the background shows would be really nice. With a deep sigh, I let myself relax. Yeah, friends, talking with each other every time I prepare breakfast. Maybe share recipes, if you know any. Smile to myself, shake my head and continue. Even if you're just a projection of my insane brain, we can learn how to live with each other. You can teach me how to interact with real people, and I'll buy you nice magnets. My smile slowly fades away as she doesn't reply. Doesn't she like the magnets? She definitely likes my magnets because I have Master System cartridge packaging as fridge magnet. Oh, I see, yeah, but I don't like playing games with mouse much, except if it's like a shooter or whatever, or something like World of Tanks, but for this I just like to sit back, far away from my desk, and just play with a controller. Or, I mean, the keyboard is usually so wide that I can just click, click, click without looking at what I'm doing. I'm real! She screams so loudly that I'm sure my hearing will never be the same. I start wondering what my neighbors think right now. Her voice was angry, also a little bit childish, making me wonder if her soul is the soul of a grown-up. But I don't think I've ever had a friend. I don't know what it's like. Here we go, it's not so bad. Didn't screw it up entirely, right? Don't worry, I can teach you. I mean, we can learn from each other. I'm sure it will be buzzing, that really loud, really annoying buzzing my fridge lets out every night when I try and sleep. And now it's there again. Can't think, can't hear my... Can you please stop that? Nothing, no reply. I guess the conversation is over. What did I screw up this time? Well, I'll try again another time. Published by Sega and made by Platinum. Yep, that's definitely a reason to freaking buy that game. I should probably really just pick it up by this evening or something like that. I feel a little bit dizzy as I leave the kitchen and lean against the wall, breathing heavily, trying to pull myself together. Could keep telling myself that it's stress, that all those nights spent at work have finally caught up with me and that's the cause of these strange hallucinations. No, actually not. If you have hallucinations through stress, which I happen to know pretty much everything there is to know about, then you have that at night and you will wake up to reality, not to a freaking fridge talking to you. You can't get that fucked up through just through stress. It's not possible. But that voice was real. Deep inside I know it well, but I try not to let those thoughts take over my mind. I feel like I'm hanging on the edge of sanity, and in desperate need of distraction to clear my head. I'll probably go to work, or at least decide what to do today. Since the day my father passed away, I've been running this business all by myself. It's a huge responsibility, but at least I'm the master of my own time. It's up to me if the shop is open or not. Okay. Oh yeah, sure will. I mean, feedback is always good, I think. Especially when it's constructive, right? I will not tell them that I don't like dating games. I mean, that would be completely pointless as well, because even though I don't like games like this, I still want Outstar and Memories in 8-bit to succeed with this, because I like them. They're nice people. And they put a lot of work and effort into this, and the outcome so far doesn't look bad for what it is. So why not give feedback that could help them make a better game, make the game better? And I mean, it's only little things, right? Like highlighting. It's not really like I'm saying make everything different. It's just like, yeah, you know, highlight this a little bit more so that I know where I am. So it's a little bit more sticking out. And yeah, that's the only complaint I have. And of course, check if you guys have some issues with OBS and streaming this, because streaming games is kind of important for the promotion. I mean, it's like free exposure, right? You don't have to do anything. You just have to have people who own the game and who are willing to stream it on their channel. Of course, I'm not a robot. I sometimes take a day off to visit my friend Kazuya and play games, just like we did in the old good days. It's been a while since I've been around, though. To be honest, I can't remember the last day I even took a break. That explains the whole fridge hallucination thing, I guess. Fortunately, I don't have time to work and visit Kazuya. Or Katsuya. I think Katsuya is the way you pronounce it in Japanese. At the same day. Being the only person running such a huge shop full of household appliances, I have to stay late to do all the paperwork and make sure everything is alright. There's barely any time left to read a book or clean the house. How did my father manage to do all this by himself? Why didn't I help him? Well, I suppose the fact that he died when you are in your late 20s or early 30s could be related to him doing too much work, but yeah, who knows. Unfortunately, I don't have time to work and visit... no, wait, that's it. There's barely any time left to read... What? How did I do that? Time to decide what to do. Going to work would be the most responsible idea. That's what my father would do. I'm not feeling well right now, but there's more sick leave in my life. I have to grow up and face it. Growing up, that also means not keeping everything to myself and learning when to ask for help. Katsuya is my best friend, so Katsuya has always been there for me, so I should maybe tell him about what happened. Although I'm not sure how he would react to the fact that I can hear fridges. Maybe he could actually help me. Sometimes I prefer just to stay at home and relax, but I'm not sure if I want to risk another conversation with my fridge. Not now. I'll give myself a day or two to find out if I'm really insane before I start thinking about professional help. Let's not overreact yet. And we're actually going to work, because I've already played this to the point where you visit Katsuya, and he's a real dick. Yay, responsibilities! It wouldn't come as a surprise if I said I didn't like my job. Of course, no one ever forced me into doing it, but I've grown up enough to know I should be thankful for my father and accept his heritage. I owe everything to him, and even though he's gone now, I still feel like I shouldn't let him down. The store is just a few blocks away from my house, and on sunny days I walk there to calm down and relax. Well, I mostly do that when my nightmares get me out of bed early, although last night was an exception. I actually overslept, so I grabbed my bike and got cycling. It's a really nice store. Early morning rituals. Open the blinds, dust down the equipment, sweep the floor. It's not a huge retail store, although the customers area is just a part of the building. The other side is a huge storeroom with my father's workshop, where he keep used and broken appliances. Fortunately, father taught me how to make minor repairs of household equipment, so I can always earn extra money by reselling some junk people leave here. Fascinating, right? Well, there's one thing that makes me a little more cheerful about coming here, and by thing I mean person. Wait, that sounded wrong. But there's a certain girl in the neighborhood that left her fridge with me. It had broken down and she couldn't afford a new one. She was really nice to me when I spoke, and it's pretty rare for customers in a boring store like this to actually smile. Damn her smile. He's a little bit tomboyish, always wearing a baseball cap with messy hair underneath, and damn that smile of hers. God, Jesus Christ, dude. I haven't finished the repairs on the fridge yet, but I like to imagine her coming here for small talk. Small talk about refrigerators, washing machines, what else can I hope for? Open the front door and immediately get slapped by a newspaper thrown by the paper boy. Thanks. I sign and peel the paper from her face. I peek at the cover and suddenly my heart skips a beat. It's her! The baseball cap girl! 21-year-old woman missing. Yuki Honda disappeared on her way to work last Friday morning. She was last seen by her friend in the region of Tonkatsu Bento, near the local high school, heading towards her workplace at Soba HQ. She was wearing a blue baseball cap, plain white t-shirt and blue jeans. If you have any information about the woman, please contact the police at phone number... What? She's missing? She was last seen near my store, so whatever happened to her must have happened in my neighborhood. But how? Nothing really happens here, but probably the safest district in the city. I feel goosebumps all over my body. I didn't even know her name. Yuki, oh dear Yuki. Although it's terrible, I guiltily can't help but feel a little excited. Nothing ever happens around here. Jesus Christ, your character's a real psycho. Well, maybe I can ask around, talk to some of my customers and help find her. I can already imagine next week's front page. Shop owner saves baseball cap girl. She also accepts this proposal. Oh. Oh, it's a good thing I don't have a weak heart. It's almost jumped out of my chest there. I look up to see the source of a sudden noise and find the delivery man bringing new equipment. He seems very confident in the packaging material, judging how carelessly he holds the packages from his truck. Hey, it's fragile, please don't sign here. I scowl at him angrily, but he barely even reacts, apparently more interested in his phone than me. I sign everything and ignore him while carefully moving the heavy boxes inside. Alright, what do we do? What do we have over here? 2 new microwaves, a used freezer, a blender, a new compact mini fridges, last year's models. I start unpacking and making sure that damn delivery driver didn't cause any real damage to the appliances. I can't help but notice a delicious smell. Something resembling strawberries and cherries and pepperoni. Weird. Oh, I'm so hungry now that I think about it. Apparently last night's chocolate catastrophe wasn't enough. I need to call a takeout people. Hello there? Not a heart attack. Kind of more than 2 per hour. The first reaction is to frenetically look through all the new appliances, searching for the source of my latest mental breakdown. It's probably one of those damn mini fridges. Oh, I swear, if one of you starts talking to me... Here, Dumbo, behind you. I turn around and my jaw drops. Jesus H. Christ. Well... Not not really my type. But what can I say? It's a girl, a new customer probably. My thoughts drift away to Yuki immediately to try some comparison, but I don't seem to remember her face anymore. This girl is radiant. No, she really isn't. Her perfume reminds me of something really tasty, and oh man, she looks even more delicious. What the fuck, dude? I use all my strength to close my mouth, then even more to try to start conversation. What can I help you with? Voice sounds so high-pitched and weak, she may think I'm a hamster. What is wrong with that guy, seriously? I always thought I'm an introvert. But that dude is really over the top. Yep, here we go. She grins at me like I've told a good joke. Oh, nothing really. Just passing by. I wanted to check if all the cute junk you have around here. Don't mind me. She jumps away and sits on one of my precious Mecha Helper 3000 washing machines, kicking it with her sneakers as she waves her legs. She looks around, focusing on each and every piece of equipment I have in my store. She leans towards the washing machine right next to her and proceeds to scratch at one of the manufacturer's stickers, still looking around curiously. With those fingernails, I wouldn't let her do that. I want to stop her from destroying my belongings, but her shorts are cropping so... Oh god, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with that guy? Is he like 16? So is this all you have here, Dumbo? Your little paradise of kitchen junk? She leers at me, still scratching with her long polished nails. What a meanie. No, it's not. I have a workshop here too, where I repair everything that others didn't care for. Try to make it seem like very important, honorable stuff to do, but she doesn't even seem to be paying attention. Suddenly she jumps off and comes closer to me, swinging her lovely hips as she approaches. Her smell overwhelms me. I can't... So you have more of this junk in the back, huh? Any special backroom junk for your beloved clientele? God, at this point I would probably throw her out of my shop. Christ's sake. Gulp very loud. Oh dear, don't screw this up. Trying my best to lower my voice as much as I can. It depends on what kind of junk you're interested in. Yeah, I totally got that reference. Try to think about what my face could do right now is something resembling a nervous tick. The flirty expression washes off her face. Now she looks like she pities me. No, please, no. Never mind. I guess I was just passing by. Goodbye then. She also decided to disappear out of my sight before I even realized what happened. I breathed heavily for a few seconds and ran towards my washing machines, checking the stickers. I was scratching at it for some time, yet I can't see any damage. Good then, at least my equipment is saved. Can't say the same about my dignity. Yeah, you never had any dignity, dude. Honestly, you never had any. Fortunately, there were no other unexpected events throughout my workday. I tend to value normality more and more these days. Am I getting older or what? No, you don't, honestly. I close the shop, count the money, and clean up the place a little bit. Sun starts to set as a final sign that I should probably go home now, but I rarely do that this hour. Home is loneliness and nothing to occupy myself with. My father passed away. I spent whole nights in the workshop here, trying to focus on repairing appliances instead of thinking about how much life sucked. The workshop is a special place to me, but not in a positive way. It's a place to spend time when I feel lost and depressed, the only way to keep myself sane and refocus my thoughts on something productive. My little personal purgatory. I open the workshop door and a cloud of dust hits my lungs, causing a bad cough. And I should do something about the mess in here. Looks pretty tidy to me. I look around, a desk with an old PC, tons of repair tools obstructing its keyboard, a coffee mug with a cloud of mold popping out of it. Oh. Boxes full of forgotten documents. The huge room is cluttered with old fridges, washing machines and microwaves, some of them totally ruined, others covered with blankets resembling old sick people quietly accepting their fate. That's not really how people age. Wait, am I personifying any items again? Brain, please remind me to not do that. Smiling, I admit to myself that this company is far better than any others I've met today. At least they don't talk. Maybe it's because they're mad at me for leaving them here. Do they feel offended? Well, let it be this way. I enjoy the science quite a bit. I stop smiling when my eyes focus on the fridge on the other side of the room. The blanket covering it has holes, letting dust fall in and settle on its top. I throw it to the side, coughing again. This fridge belongs to the baseball cap girl. And hey, Jackie, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. to Yuki. I wonder where she is and if she'll ever come back to her fridge. Even if she doesn't, damn, why do I even think about it that way? I still feel obliged to repair it. It's not in perfect condition, but I'm sure I can do something with it. Let me just open it and see. It won't budge. I know I've opened it before. What's happened since then? Maybe it's the moisture in this place. I pick up some tools and try to open it using a little bit of force, but it remains tightly shut. Don't want to cause any damage, so I give up. Oh, well, let's start to repair from the back then. My phone ringtone is so loud. I check my pockets in panic, finally grab the smartphone, look at its display. Oh, not him, not now. So one of your friends that has your phone number is a Japanese samurai transvestite? Interesting. Masato Ibiki, former business partner of my father, and now yet another pain in the ass I have to deal with. He doesn't just own the land the store stands on, but also invests money in it. All for a small cut of the profits. Considering the current economy and my credit rating, this guy is my only hope. Well, he does have this beard, you know, and the front part of his hair pretty much looks a little bit like on the old paintings, and then the back of his hair looks more like he tries to become a girl, so... So, how is going? Relationship worth cultivating, or rather, one I'm forced to cultivate. Answer the call hesitantly. Hi, hello there, what a pleasant surprise. You can actually pick up your phone. Surprise, surprise! I always answer your calls, you bastard. Oh, I can't say that out loud, I have to behave. Expecting me to get angry, you won't get it. Good evening, Mr. Ibiki. How can I help you? Well, I thought you'd know. It appears to be like you have a business plan for the quarter due to... Tomorrow, yes. It's done already, actually. I can deliver at any time. Splendid! Alright, so how about you come over tonight in, let's say, 2 hours? I'll order some dinner and then we can look at this plan of yours. You greasy, condescending son of a... Okay, that sounds wonderful, Mr. Ibiki. I'll be there and on the dot. Let's hope so. Hope to see you then. Click. Breathe deeply, in and out. Keep cool, calm and collected. Let's hope so. You should hope I'm not talking my plan and shove it up your ass. Wait, what? Is there someone in the store? I thought I looked up before visiting the workshop. If I look around, no one's there. Oh well, I'm hearing enough strange things these days. Let's pretend this was just an appliance acting up, another patient for the workshop. I didn't have to wait. Now I've got to make sure that I actually do have a business plan for the night. Time to get to work. And well, putting up a business plan for a shop like that shouldn't be too difficult, I think. I mean, there's not much you can do, right? Phew, that was exhausting, but I'm done. And I'm actually pretty happy with it. In fact, this was a perfect opportunity to use logic and reason along with my imagination for something really productive. It was fun. Damn, am I growing up? Anyway, I know Ibiki doesn't really take me seriously at all, but he'll have a hard time disagreeing with my plan. It will really improve the store's bottom line, and I think this will be a successful evening. If I manage to get there on time. Gotta worry. Gotta hurry. Mr. Ibiki lives in the outskirts, far away from the rush and noise of the city. The mansion lies mostly in the shadows, but is still as impressive as I remember it. That's a nice house indeed. Unfortunately, it's not the time for admiration. It's 9:55 p.m. and for some reason I'd rather show up half an hour early for an appointment than just be a minute late, so I rush to the door, adjust my tie for the last time and ring the bell. It's actually a dating simulator in which you date fridges. That's the baseline of this. And it's made by Outstar Walker. I'm pretty sure you probably know her. If not, she's like the stream team leader of the GOG.com stream team. And works at GOG. I think she still works at GOG, not sure. And welcome back, Sharian. Oh, not much. You just missed me talking to some red-haired girl who apparently was extremely attractive to the character in the game. She wasn't really all that attractive if you ask me. But yeah, taste, right? And now I've did a business plan for my business, and I run to the guy who actually finances my shop. Yeah, of course, Memories in 8-bit. Well, I was just about to say that when you came in. I was just about to say that, okay? And of course, Memories in 8-bit worked on this game as well as a programmer. Yep, and I think also the script writer for quite a lot of the scripts, as I remember correctly. And if you don't know him, he is also part of the GOGCON stream team. And Memories in 8-bit also worked on DXX Rebirth, so. Yeah, I hope so, because that girl was really, really weird. And I hope she was in the fridge. Anyway, at first nothing happens. I'm not sure if letting me wait is part of EPK strategy or if walking through the entire mansion just takes a lot of time. Maybe it's both. But after what feels like an eternity, the door finally opens and I'm presented with Mr. EPK's smug smile. Well, who do we have here? Welcome to my humble home. Oh god, that's disgraceful, even for you, EPK. Thank you for the invitation, Mr. EPK. Mind if I come in? Oh, not at all, please. Damn, that living room is about as big as my whole flat. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I know that 8-bit did all the coding, or pretty much all of the coding, but I wasn't exactly sure how much he worked on the script for the game. But I think he did quite a bit of work on there as well. And yes, outside the artwork, the music, and I think the overall game design. I think she initiated that, and 8-bit came in when she was presenting it or something like that. I don't know all of the backgrounds of this game. Not like, you know, in German you'd say on do. You know, don't know 100% of the backgrounds, but I think pretty much all of it. The writing is shared work, okay. So I've ordered us some first-class sashimi. It should arrive in just a few minutes. How about we eat and talk a little about how things are going for you? How you've managed to settle into the daily routine, which is surely a challenge for you. Wait. Yeah, this sometimes happens for whatever reason. I don't know what I'm pressing there to go back. But from time to time I have the problem that I'm actually going back 1 or 2 screens. Yeah, I'd have to ask as well. Not 100% sure. Okay, anyway, it goes on. After that, I'll have a look at the documents you brought me. I'd like to punch you in the face so much. I'd like to thank you so much for inviting me for dinner, Mr. Ibiki. This sounds like a good plan. He shrugs off my compliment, which gives me the time to take in the dining room, dominated by huge table places set for 2 people. Please do take a seat. Thank you. I thought Ibiki wasn't married. Why would he need such a huge place? Well, I guess for him it's not what he needs that's important, just what he can get. Quite frankly, even if you live alone, a nice house is always a good thing to have. Indeed, so get that, but oh, you mean the link? Yeah, the link to the demo. Have that in there under exclamation mark game. You can also always let it pop up. So we start some small talk, warm up for the battle ahead. Before we are even remotely done talking about how inappropriate the weather seems to be for this season, the doorbell rings again. Oh, it seems our dinner has arrived. I'll bring it over. If you'd please head over to the kitchen and get us a bottle of wine with you. I took out of the cellar this morning and put it in the refrigerator. I'm not the biggest wine drinker, but I think it would have been better if he had got it out of the cellar with, you know, cellar cool. And then shortly before he arrives, put it into, you know, this glass thingy for wine where it can breathe. Because, you know, cold wine seems to be, like ice cold wine seems to be a little bit weird. Anyway, by the time we got to it, it should be perfect temperature. I don't think so. He waves over to the door, which I assume leads to the kitchen. I nod and head towards it while Ibiki leaves the room. That's also a really nice kitchen. From what I've seen so far, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Everything in this place is massive, and it looks as if you could prepare food for a whole army here. No, not really, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know crap about wine either. The problem is wine hurts my stomach. Don't know why. I always get. I mean, it's not even my stomach. It's probably my heart or something like that. I really can't drink wine. I can drink whiskey and any sort of hard liquor, but wine is a total no-go for me. I don't know why. Everything's very modern, especially the appliances, and I'm pretty sure he got nothing from my store. Oh man, that fridge. We've never sold something as advanced as this, totally out of range for our usual customer base. Oh, well, I think over the last 2 days I drank way too much. We had a Grillieren event in Switzerland, and holy shit, damn. The department leader was actually thinking she bought enough alcohol, and then we were like 3 people or so drinking like idiots, and we completely emptied all of the reserves she had. But it was fun. Look at that thing, glossy black, tall, and some LED lights grace the front of. Tall and some LED lights grace the front below the door. Probably useless, but hey, style over substance. Please now, keep calm. I wasn't even sure who I was addressing, me or the fridge. I reached for the handle and pulled the door open, revealing a whole lot of almost nothing at all. 3 bottles of wine, some Insta food, which I wouldn't have expected, and a lonely slice of pumpkin pie. You don't drink alcohol either? Ah. I mean, if somebody doesn't want to drink alcohol, that's absolutely fine with me. But yeah, well, from time to time, I don't drink much alcohol either, but when I do, then I do it right and get completely shit-faced, like a responsible adult. I randomly pick one of the bottles, as I seriously don't know much about wine. Well, at least we all have that in common with this guy. Pretty sure that Mr. Ibiki will draw his own conclusion from that, but come on, it's not like you have to be a wine expert to run a store, right? As I reach for the door to close it, the lid of the freezer compartment suddenly springs open. Startled, I step back and watch in shock as the whole area around the fridge is quickly swallowed by a mist caused by a temperature difference. What a powerful freezer. Yeah, gotta do something before I get into trouble. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? I almost dropped a bottle of wine hearing this voice. Oh no, please, not again. As the as the blood quickly escapes my face, I figure emerges through the mist. Still just being a silhouette, I can clearly see the proportions. Now we're talking business. Yeah, that's true. And I also smoke way too much, so I don't think the alcohol part is really a problem for me. It's a woman with a wasp-like hip and legs that seem to reach all the way up to the heavens. Oh yeah, that's exactly the sort of thing that's good, but her hip doesn't look wasp-like. I have to say that. It looks pretty damn normal, which is good. Oh yeah, black hair. Totally have me there. As she emerges from the mist, her appearance hits me like a blow to the heart. Smoky eyes and cherry red lips framed by flowing hair. An elegant and pompous dress with shrouds, yet still emphasizes her little detail of a perfectly proportioned statue. Also, I'm a real big fan of dresses, I can't help myself. Yeah, they're purple, not red, indeed. And like I said, her waist is also not wasp-like, because that would be like really tiny and completely unnatural. But that dress is really, really nice, I like that. Anyway, not breaking eye contact for a split second, she nearly floats towards me, almost casually hitting the lid of the freezer with a graceful swing of her hips, putting an end to conscious flow of mist threatening to engulf the whole kitchen. So you are Masato's little partner, Interesting, very interesting. Her cold eyes seem to scan me thoroughly. sending shivers down my spine. The way she addresses Mr. Ibiki and the way she's dressed, she's clearly no mate. Could she be Ibiki's wife? May he be married after all? Maybe his girlfriend? Yeah, I totally like that stuff. Don't just stand here, do something. And no, actually, when a woman walks out of a freaking freezer and looks totally normal, then I would probably run. There's nothing to do with me being an introvert, just being concerned about my safety. But you get the idea. Yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Ibiki didn't mention. Oh, of course he didn't mention me. How could he? That's alright. I'm Yumi. It's a pleasure to meet you. She walked through the mist, yeah, but you know, by a fridge built into the wall. Unlikely. But anyway, how could he? A curious thing to say. Why would anyone not carry a woman like this around like a trophy? She's stunning. She's still coming closer. Oh my. Not the most talkative type, are you? With a good selection of wine, I see. Be careful though, it may go straight to your head. I'm sure you don't want things going out of control, or do you? I'm electrified, unable to move. I noticed that while she's running her fingers over the label of the bottle, I'm desperately holding onto like a lifeline. I feel absolutely nothing at her touch. It seems... Wait. Your fingers are clearly reaching through the glass. This woman, Yumi, is not real. The realization hits me like a slap to the face. Of course he didn't mention me. The way how she emerged from the mist, but she did close the lid of the freezer. She's... oh god, help me. She's another one. She's also standing right in front of me. How is this possible? Is it a stress? Have I gone completely insane? Both? What do I do? Come on, be courageous, dude. Give it to her. Okay, she clearly isn't real, but that doesn't help any. I feel like a deer in the headlights. But I can't take my eyes off this beautiful beast. Yeah, I couldn't either. You have to excuse me. I have no idea how you're doing this. How do you do it? Do what? She looks honestly confused. Did I go too far? Did I hurt her? Wait, how could I? I didn't say anything wrong, or did I? Yeah, well, I never said I'm the most charming person on this world. How do you appear like this, so human and... oh, so you don't like what you see? No, that would be a shame. Oh god, I went too far. I have to fix it now. No, please forgive me, that's not what I meant. You look stunning and I am... impressed? Don't say it. Yes. Damn it! Okay, that was good. That was really good. I'm no further ahead. I still don't know how a fridge is able to appear in a nearly human form right in front of my eyes. But at least I managed to completely embarrass myself. Good job. Well, thank you very much, sweetheart. Her smile grows. I don't think she's honest at all. I'm such a fool to even pray for that. I think I should leave and try to cool down. Now if you excuse me, I have dinner to attend to. Turn around and storm out of the kitchen. Jesus H. Christ. I've no idea how long I spent in the kitchen, but luckily it passed unnoticed. Ibiki is just about to prepare a huge mixed sashimi platter and my mouth starts to water. I'm desperately looking for something to keep my mind off whatever just happened in the kitchen, and this food just looks like the most delicious escape I've ever seen. Where you're also holding a full bottle of wine in your hands, mate. Oh man, what now? What the... Gotta say, your shop is really cozy. If it wasn't so smelly, I could live here. Who are you? Is this a prank? I don't even. I put down a bottle of wine as Ibiki looks up to me. Oh, there you are. I see you've made your choice. Interesting. Honestly, I don't care anymore. All I want is to eat and get this evening over with. But it's not gonna be so easy now, is it? As we proceed to eat, Ibiki immediately begins to interrogate me. So how are things looking over at the store? Oh, really good, I can't complain. Still have a steady stream of customers and they seem to be very happy. Oh, that's good to hear. I imagine it was hard to pick up where he left off. getting acquainted with the customer base, digging into all this paperwork. No problem with it all. No, you know, my father, he was an orderly man and he treated his customers with the utmost respect. Continuing his work couldn't have been easier. It just needed a little bit of dedication. It was no big deal. It was a bit cold, yes. The way EBK fails to show any sensitivity towards the passing of my father is just downright pissing me off. I meet his eyes and see his expression shifting slightly. Is there a spark of recognition? Maybe he feels that he has to test me, make sure that I'm good for this job. And yes, feelings have no place out there, but maybe I misjudged his intentions. As the end of dinner draws near, topics get more casual. Mr. EP gives up asking me about work and I'm happy about it. Of course there's still the business plan, but my confidence is growing immensely. Well, that was good. Now how about we have another glass of wine while we look at your project? Sounds good to me. So I grabbed a folder from my bag. I suddenly noticed a wave of mist coming through the gap beneath the kitchen door. What the hell? The freezer was... Yumi closed it, did she? But wait! She's just a figment of my imagination. Does that mean the fridge is still open? Oh no. Improvise. In panic I look further through my bag and suddenly pat my pockets. Oh dear, it seems I've lost my phone. Oh really? That's a shame. If you've lost it on your way here then... No, I'm pretty sure I had it before. I went to get the wine, it must be the kitchen. Oh, in that case... Would you mind if I quickly go get it? I got it from my father and it's pretty important to me and I'm sure you understand, and please don't wait to start looking over my plan. I'm sure you'll find it satisfying. Very well then. And so I rush to the kitchen, making sure EPK doesn't notice the mist as I pass through the door. As I enter, I expect a godlike figure that is Yumi standing in the middle of the room, piercing me with her cold eyes, but instead the kitchen is empty. Even the mist is slowly dissipating as the fridge seems firmly closed. I step closer to make sure there is nothing wrong with it. I run my finger along the seam, sealing the gap between the door and the case of the fridge, trying to convince myself that it's not damaged. Suddenly I hear moaning and immediately stop. I look up and see Yumi sitting on top of the fridge, on top of herself. God, that is so weird. Running her fingers through her hair, biting her lips in pure ecstasy. I immediately retract my hand upon realizing what I've just done. Oh god. Seriously? You seriously made a reference between the closing gap of a fridge and... oh god. I don't even... Seriously, for Christ's sake! That's not okay! That's not okay! Do I even want to read that in any form or any voice other than just completely emotionless? I don't know. Ooh, I have to say, you know how to use your fingers. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm blushing. Oh dear, I hope it's not all too visible. Time to act. Be swift. Stay cool. Be a gentleman, of course. You can't get out of that with technicalities. I mean, seriously, when you go technical on that topic... Jesus Christ, I don't even want to. Yeah. But seriously, that's like... I mean... God. I didn't see that coming, let's put it that way. Don't call her Mrs. Don't call her Mrs. You got me worried there for a minute, Mrs. Yumi. When I saw the vapors, I thought something wasn't right with you. That's why I came to check and I didn't... Oh, you don't say. Well, right now I'm not sure myself whether I'm alright or not. Maybe you should investigate a bit further. Oh, it's real. It's real. Her voice chimes in my ears as she turns around, letting one of her legs dangle from her throat for me to investigate. Her skin looks like silk, so smooth, and I stumble back, my head spins. I reach out behind me and grab the kitchen table before I completely lose my balance. Breathing heavily, I look up and see her smile down at me, like a cat observing a mouse bleed out on the floor. Oh my, it seems to me that you require some investigation yourself, hmm? Probably. No, I'm fine. Oh, is that so? Well then, maybe you should head back into the dining room. Oh, don't worry, I'm sure I'll find ways to keep myself entertained. After all, you showed me some new trick to try. I won't make a poor noise. Nope. Yes, you should. I mean, I should do that. On unsafe legs, I leave the kitchen as I hear Yumi giggling behind me. I hope I can keep myself together. Jesus Christ. Well, I like to disagree, Sharon, because after all, I'm probably going to church tomorrow. Still out of breath, I take a seat next to Mr. Ibiki. So, huh? I look at him in confusion and shame, which seems completely unreasonable, but I can't help it. Did you find your phone? Oh yes, thank you. I gradually pull myself back together. Ibiki nods slowly and turns back towards my plan. I'm not sure if he's happy with it, damn poker face. As Mr. Ibiki grasps the content of the document I presented to him, he begins asking questions, trying to poke holes in my strategy. Despite the events of the evening, or maybe because of them, I manage to keep my mind focused and answer the best I can. With each answer I give, Mr. Ibiki seems more and more satisfied with me, even though I still think it's a long way until I can call this respect. Eventually we reach the final details of my plan. But I can't have a simple victory, can I? From the corner of my eye, I see the door of the kitchen opening slightly, Yumi leaning against the frame with a seductive smile on her face. What if Mr. Ibiki sees her? Can he see her? And would that be my problem? I can't risk it. The evening has gone so well and I can't let a refrigerator mess it all up. I clear my throat to get Mr. Ibiki's attention. Mr. Ibiki has spent a lot of time talking during the day. Would it be okay if I get a glass of water from the kitchen? Oh, of course, suit yourself. I'll look over the numbers one last time. Thanks. Quickly I rush towards the kitchen and see Yumi disappearing from the door frame. As I enter, I see Yumi is definitely up to no good. She's leaning against the fridge, her spine arced slightly back, flattering all the advantages of her upper body. Damn, that woman really knows how to get this dude. With her head cocked to one side, it makes for a mischievous and equally seductive look. Definitely up to no good. She knows it, we both know it. It's time to confront her about it. Well, I think I act politely. Look, Yumi, I don't know what you're up to or why. You obviously know that this evening is very important to me, so with all due respect, please let it go. Let me have the success I really needed, please. Yumi pushes herself off the fridge. Oh, is that so? You're cute, you know that. Of course I know how important playtime is for you. Playtime? You think this is a game? Slowly she comes closer, swinging her hips with every gracious step she takes. Hey, Search Diverter, how are you doing? Yeah, pretty much, I think. Slowly she comes closer. Yeah, we already had that. Of course it is. Humans love to play. First as children, then as adults. The only difference lies in the stakes, which grow higher and higher. And that's the most intriguing aspect. She's now standing right in front of me, her lips just inches away from my... I think that's also a mistake here, right? Normally this should be not... this shouldn't be highlighted with you above, so it should just be the himself thinking. But never mind. There's just one difference between me and most other adults. She's not an adult, she's a fridge. Try to find my voice. And what would that be? Yumi moves her head, bringing her lips dangerously close to my ears as she whispers. I still have fun playing games. My whole body shakes like crazy and I have a hard time keeping my thoughts straight. My vision blurs as I suddenly wrap my arms around Yumi. I hear a sigh, and while everything is fading to black, all I can think of is how cold her skin feels. Hey! I slowly come to my senses. My vision is still dominated by a huge chunk of darkness. I know he will see me with her. He might get jealous, but maybe she prefers me. Maybe she wants to stay with me forever. I open my eyes wide and look around, only to realize that I am gently hugging a fridge, with my lips pressed to its doors. God, what happened? Hey, what's going on? Are you alright? Yeah, I would like to know that myself. Oh dear, I'm sorry, I must have passed out. Good, well, I'd like to attribute that to my improvisation skills. It's not as far away from the truth. A wave of embarrassment hits me as I see a stain of spittle running down the sleek black front of Mr. Ibiki's fridge. What have I done? I slowly turned towards Mr. Ibiki's voice came from, and yes, slowly shaking his head, he seems to have noticed it too. I'm so sorry, I felt so weak all of a sudden. The day must have been harder than I wanted to admit. His gaze is incomprehensible, but he doesn't seem to be angry. It's okay, look, I'm gonna call you a taxi to get you home. You're not getting on that bike of yours. They can transport it too. But No buts. Now let me make the call and you get another glass of water. I comply. A few minutes pass and Ibiki comes back. Okay, they'll be here any minute. Let's go outside. The fresh air will do you good. So I checked all the documents, young man. They look good, really good in fact. I think I'll continue my investment and maybe even add a little extra. There's some real potential here. Thank you very much, Mr. Ibiki. I appreciate your kind words. Your father taught you well. You can be proud of yourself. Now I'm sure you have another hard day tomorrow, but I'd recommend you take it off and maybe go see a doctor. Trust me, you can't be productive if you're not healthy. As the taxi stops in front of the house, Ibiki steps to the driver and hands him some money. Another wave of shame hits me. He wishes me a good evening and we depart into the night. I should be happy that despite what happened, everything went well, but I can't shake the feeling of defeat. Slept quite well this night and the weather looks good today. Not a bad way to start the day. This day started with an unexpected call from City Hall. Apparently there's a pigeon infestation in the area where my shop is located. They apologized for the inconvenience, but the streets are closed for now. They can't risk another epidemic. What? Just get some birdshot in and shoot those things down. They won't come back. Think about people in hazmat suits doing shoes all day. I smile at this thought, but my humor immediately dies after I realize Ibiki won't care whether there are pigeons or not. I would most likely be scolded for not opening the shop during the apocalypse. Or pitchacalypse. Anyway, I should probably use this day to visit Katsu. Oh no, I don't want to visit that guy. He's an idiot. I haven't done that in a while and I could probably use some reckless relaxation to video games. I was sure I could cope with everything myself. Apparently this was a mistake. It's time to confide in a friend. The best one there is, Katsuya. I know he's really not a good friend. If that's your best friend, dude, you should probably, well, I guess hug a fridge and kiss it. Never mind. Well, he's the only friend I've ever had. However, this could be an even bigger mistake. As my brain's switching to autopilot, I'm not really sure how, but I have a phone in my hands and a familiar voice comes from it. Oh, hi, sup? It's me. I know a call ID. Remember when 21st century happened? What can I do for you? Dude, I know this may sound absolutely crazy. I think I'm losing my mind here. Hey, calm down. Tell me what happened. Nice and slowly. A moment of hesitation. I'm not thinking straight. Can I really tell him what happened? Everyone already looks down on me anyway. I hope this is a whimsical dreamer. I see myself wrapped up in a straitjacket already. But then again... God help me out. It's Katsuya, isn't it? I always want to say Katsuya, I don't know why, but I think it's Katsuya. Is my best friend. We could always talk about everything, and on the other hand, he doesn't really take anything seriously. He lives by the simple philosophy: problem, party hard. Bigger problem, party even harder. You're still there? I'm really worried here. Tell me what's up. He sounds honestly concerned. Maybe I should tell him the truth. He wouldn't believe me anyway. Try me. I'm hearing it's been talking to me. What? The sudden raise of his voice catches me off guard, and in it I can hear an honest feel of desperation. He is concerned. Good friend. It's my fridge. Really? That's your type? Oh, okay, well, I don't judge. I personally think he's a complete jerk, but can't help it. I've already went through the part that's coming now. You can also do that on day 1. But, yeah, well, moment of silence. You're right about one thing. What's that? I don't believe you. I have to hold the phone away from my ear while Katsuya laughs uncontrollably. I'm not sure if I should feel ashamed, offended or concerned. I can blame anybody but myself for sharing something as crazy as this. I'm not even sure I believe it myself, with a goofball like Katsuya. But this is one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. If I had to tell someone, finally the laughter fades. I'm sorry, mate, but you have to admit this is absolutely hilarious. I'm glad you see it like that. I wish I could too. Yeah, with all that we've been through in the past few weeks, I'm not surprised your brain is taking a vacation in a bizarro dimension. What you need is some serious downtime. Oh goody, here we go again. Come over, let's talk, have a drink, don't worry, it's on the house. I'm not really looking forward to drowning this whole thing in alcohol, even if I'm just imagining things. I want to get this sorted out professionally. Then again, I did just call Katsuya, didn't I? My eyes wander through the room and eventually rest on the fridge. On the other hand, right now, everything else seems to be better than another chat with her. God damn it. I'll be there in a minute. I don't need a response. One fluid motion, I end the call, put the phone in my pocket and grab my jacket while storming out the door. It's a 15-minute bike ride to Katsuya's place and I try to keep my focus on pedaling. I don't want to think about it at all. Maybe drowning all this insanity in booze is exactly the answer I'm looking for. Well, it definitely is. By the way, I'll be right back with all that talking. This is like really talkative stuff. I need a quick drink. I'll be right back. That's better. Get that out of the way. The world around me becomes a blur of indistinct visuals and shreds of sound buzzing through my head like a swarm of angry hornets, enough to keep me from molding a clear thought. I've no idea how I made it to Katsuya's apartment without having an accident, but I did it. We've got a record here, barely 10 minutes. I'm sweating like a pig in a bacon factory. Well, at least I know Katsuya won't mind that at all. He isn't the cleanest guy either. And sure enough, shortly after ringing the doorbell, I hear some rustling and what sounds like a week's worth of dishes crashing into the floor. Case in point. Suddenly Katsuya opens the door, almost ripping it from its hinges. The smile on his face is strangely familiar, slightly crooked and his eyes gleam like those of a psychopath. What on earth have I gotten myself into? Damn it, at this point I don't care anymore. It can't get any worse. I hope. Well, only if he doesn't own a fridge, right? Hey, I must say I didn't expect you this early. Did you take the company helicopter? Come in, let's have a chat. Yeah, he does look a little bit weird, I have to admit that. I mean, generally, like, his face is... well, what can I say? Well, his flat still looks better than mine, that's for sure. I don't mind his remark about the alleged luxury I'm apparently living in, but while he leads me through the mess that barely resembles a living room, I start to realize how he could get envious of the life I was living. Though right now I would not have anything against changing places with him, I clear the couch of TV remotes, game controllers and a plastic bag of questionable contents. I sit down just in time to see Katsuya plunge down next to me, holding a can of beer in front of my face. He looks at me, waiting patiently for me to take a long sip, probably counting on the fact that booze will lose my tongue. So can you please tell me what happened, step by step? The beer works quickly, sending a warm feeling of fuzziness throughout my whole body, but I still maintain enough self-control not to make a fool out of myself. Dude, you just had one beer, for Christ's sake. But then again, this whole thing was probably just me going insane over the events of the past few weeks. I want to be rational, especially since he still has that awful smile on his face. And it's growing wider with every passing second. Nah, I want to be honest. You shall not lie. So I told you that I haven't been sleeping all these days. This one night was more or less the same, until I heard a rumble and suddenly my fridge was standing right in front of my bed and it spoke with the voice of a girl, offering me something to eat. Well, that's not surprising. You tell me all the time about how you eat all sorts of cold trash before going to sleep. It's no surprise you dream weird shit after such a diet, mate. I know, dude. I thought it was a dream as well, but guess what? The story doesn't end there. The next morning I went to get breakfast and she spoke again. Get out of here. What did she say? So I start talking telling him everything. I talk fast but don't leave out any details. I don't care anymore. I don't want to deal with this madness alone anymore. And as I finish my story, Katsuya takes another sip from his beer, leans back and says, "Say, you don't by any chance happen to have one of those new fridges? You know, one that connects to the internet and orders food itself? Maybe I was just telling you that it needed an update." Katsuya, you know my fridge. Okay, there's another typo. I mean, it is almost as old as me. It doesn't have a modem or speaker. I cannot speak. Well, it shouldn't, but she did. And yet she gave you something to eat, right? Yes. ... Katsuya, am I going insane? He takes a small sip while looking at the table. I would think so. I'm sorry to tell you straight. I mean, a girl that's so caring for her sweetheart, even preparing food, that's crazy, dude. At least he has a good sense of humor. What the hell, man? You're not helping. I'm seriously worried that I'm losing my shit here. Calm down, word pants. I just wanted to brighten up your mood a bit. I'm sorry. I realize it was a bad joke. But in all honesty, you aren't crazy. A bit loopy maybe, but that's absolutely understandable. I mean, just looking at the mess you've gotten yourself into, being forced into a suit, repeating the same drill every day, echoing stupid sales phrases to faceless customers, that's not what you want. It's not who you are. You want to be creative, express yourself, and your mind is going completely apeshit over that. I have to compliment Katsuya. In an attempt not to burst in laughter, he presses his lips together until they turn into a thin, bloodless line. And hey Admiral Doc, welcome to the stream, and how are you doing on this fine Saturday afternoon? I know myself how crazy this all must sound, but he really seems to be determined to help, on his way of course. So assuming you're right, what do you think I should do? Quit my job? Sell the store? What then? It's not like I have any other jobs that will keep my fridge full. And too late. Katsuya's laughing again. Time for another sip of beer. Maybe it'll wash away the shame. At least I can fill the time until he's done laughing. Well, I can't tell you how to treat your girl. Also, I haven't said you should quit your job. Don't jump the gun, dude. Burning up, yeah, it's pretty damn hot here as well, but with two ventilators running here, or two fans running here, it's actually quite okay. I think it's like 35 degrees. Yeah, 35, 36, something like that. You're stuck from head to toe in a big pile of manure, and even though it stinks like hell, you won't drag yourself out of it in one day. First and foremost, and I know that just sounds like what I would say anyway, you've got to chill out a bit, bro. Get your mind off things and give yourself some space to breathe. So you mean, yes, knock yourself out. It's what you need right now. You know what? You're right, I definitely need a breather. Let's kill some booze. Tangerine wins. Altegori victory. No fair, all you do is just button mash. I, on the other hand, read the damn manual. Well, if I could beat you just like that, you didn't have you have learned enough. Just like back in school. Oh, shut your trap. I need to go take a leak. While I do that, you get some more beer. I'm not sure about that. I'm should maybe go home, dude. Can you still stand? Bravely I raise from the warm, fuzzy sofa, and I'm shocked by the fact that my legs are still there and carry me flawlessly. You are a genius. And off to the kitchen. Yes, sir. Still astounded by the functionality of my legs, I stumbled into the kitchen, hitting the light switch like a mighty ninja slicing a bamboo stick in half. Awesome. Spin around and reach for the handle of the fridge while suddenly... Get your hands off my booze, you nutcracker! Ninja immediately stops in motion. I'm pretty sure I'm drunk. But I'm even more sure that it was Katsuya's fridge talking to me in a raspy but definitely female voice. My response will be as sharp as a katana of the mighty nin... Wait! The fridge is talking to me! Puke on the fridge. The room, it spins around me, I can't. No! I can't make it stop. Disgusting, look at the poor fridge, completely covered in... I think I'm finally done. What the hell, are you insane? Sorry, that was too tempting. Oh god, here, let me clean this up. I grab a cloth from the sink to try to wipe the mess from the door of Katsuya's refrigerator. Get your hands off me, you... What, filthy? I think that should be read filthy. Piece of sh... Wham! In a split second, the door of the fridge springs open, hitting me right in the face. Critical hit, 999 HP damage. Sparks stand in front of my eyes as I hit the floor. I think I deserved that. I'm sorry, please you. Hey, Memories in 8-Bit, how are you doing? And welcome to the stream, nice having you here. And by the way guys, that's one of the two lovely people who worked on this game. No, off to the do-it-yourself shop. I'm sorry, please you. Better be sorry, you damn drunkard. Now get off your sorry butt and clean me, or I swear I will turn your face into applesauce. It would be an improvement, but I don't care. As I try to get up, I see Katsuya walking into the kitchen, his face a mix of confusion and amusement. Oh, I think you were right earlier, you've definitely had enough. Come on, I'll get you home. Slowly I get back on my feet. Oh, Katsuya, I'm so sorry, let me clean this up first. Don't worry about it, I'll clean it up later. Later? Later? Are you serious now? Let him do it now, you're gonna regret this, you... Your screams are piercing my ears, but Katsuya doesn't seem to notice them at all. He drags me out while I try to tell him to answer, but the only thing that comes out of my mouth is a burp. Katsuya is a good friend, supporting me with his left arm and pushing my bike with the other. We walk silently through the night. It seems like an unwritten rule now that we won't talk about what happened earlier, and while I'm seriously concerned about what Katsuya may think of me, I'm also thankful. The fresh air gets my blood excuse me, the fresh air gets my blood pumping and the alcohol unleashes its hidden potential. In short, I'm dizzy as hell. More Loot Yumi stuff. Oh, that's good. That's really good stuff. I think that was the best fridge so far. At least my personal favorite. But other than that, yep. By the way, would you mind if I contact you on Twitter about one or two things that I noticed while playing this? Like one or two minor things. Besides the typos, I'm pretty sure that you guys worked that out by yourself, but some things that I might want to add or say. Like, for example, contrast in terms of highlighting whatever I've selected right now. Because, you know, when I was scanning through all the options, whenever you had an option, then it was always a little bit difficult to identify which one I've selected and which one I didn't. Stuff like that. But Yumi is the best, yeah. Definitely. I'm a big Yumi fan. Doesn't text at all. Oh, reach my home, and frankly, I don't know how much time has passed. Okay, thank you very much. It's just some minor things. And probably some other people already said it, but I thought why not add it together and get some stuff, you know, to help you out. That's pretty much my objective. It's not criticism or anything, just, you know, one or 2 points that I noticed that could need a little bit of improvement. Oh, I don't have any love stuff on MooBot. Or do I? Oh, I do. Okay, so I activated it some time ago, I suppose, so it's activated by default, but I think it has a cooldown time of 5 minutes or so. Anyway, eventually Katsuya reaches my pocket to fish out my keys, opens the door gently, leans my bike on the wall, and guides me further into the dark hallway, straight to the bathroom. Alright, buddy, here we are. Katsuya may be drunk, but I know that this is not my bed. He opens the lid of the toilet. It's not my friend, but I'll tell you what, this is much safer. Now get down there and hug that bowl as if your life depended on it. Yeah, I mean, about the issues I had was, I mean, besides the technical point of view, I had a bit of trouble getting this to stream. I'm running this in windowed mode, but for example, when I go into the options menu, it doesn't have window or full screen selected anymore, and I can actually use game capture in OBS Studio to capture window mode. I think that's a little bit weird. I always thought that that wasn't possible in OBS Studio. And that is the only way how I can stream it, by the way. If I get it in full screen mode or if I do a window capture on the window mode, all of that doesn't work. Only game capture in windowed mode. That's the only thing that works to get this to stream correctly. So that's a little bit weird. But the only things that I personally have about this is some usability stuff, you know, with the interface. I think that's the biggest thing. Otherwise, it looks pretty damn decent, I have to say that. I have no objections. I kneel down, resting my head on the toilet seat. Katsuya was right. I'm now prepared. Ah, that's a good tip. That's a good tip. So if you switch to DirectX, OBS will handle it much more nicely. Yeah, but I got it to work anyway, so not a problem right now. I won't change anything because it's working. So, but it's a good tip. RenPy. Might have to Google that. I only saw some Python stuff in the game folder, but that's about it. Anyway, thank you, buddy. Good night. Don't worry about it. Give me a call tomorrow. See ya. And with this, he casually strolls out of my sight and into the night. See, I can rhyme. I should write poetry. It's my destiny. Slowly I drift off into the warm embrace of sleep. Oh dear, dirty. Oh no, filthy. Oh no, 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 no. Oh dear, look at you, filthy, drunk, stained, need to be cleaned. Pre-wash followed by main wash. Hot, at least 80 degrees. No, for Christ's sake. And don't forget the softener. I turn my head towards where I think the voice came from. I see the display screen of my washing machine flickering in a very odd way. Oh man, not this too. Now it's not only your fridge, it's also your washing machine or what? Got this washing machine a few weeks ago and it's constantly annoying me with all the technology it's filled with. Isn't that stuff meant to make your life easier? Of course it's great, it automatically detects what clothes you have put into it. How does it do that? Chooses the right program and detergent, checks if you need softener, and even shows me how to dry my stuff. That's cool and all. But whatever time I've saved by this, I've wasted it twice over reading manuals, updating its firmware, rebooting. It even needs an internet connection. A washing machine hooked up to the internet. Nonsense. Whatever it wants now, I'm sure it can wait until tomorrow. Thinking of all this, I slowly drift into sleep. Slow. Wait, what? I jump up as if stung by a hornet. How did my head end up on the toilet bowl? I swear if my hair is wet, I'm gonna go shave my head. I run my hand through my hair. Oh, thank the gods. Yeah, attack vector, and don't really think that's useful in any way. I mean, really, some people overdo it with that Internet of Things thing. Anyway, all seems to be normal, well, as normal as waking up like this can be. Why the hell am I naked? That's a good question, actually. Because that never happened to me. Okay, let's summarize. I called Katsuya. Of course, we were drinking. That explains everything. It still doesn't explain why you're naked, dude. Then there was his fridge. I better remember that, but it must have been wasted by this point. I do however remember that he brought me home to the bathroom. Okay, that explains the toilet bowl. But I do not remember undressing. You know, Katsuya can be weird, but he surely wouldn't, or would he? My thoughts are interrupted by a soft and light melody. Realization hits me like a hammer. The washing machine. Slowly I turn around just to see the lid of the washing machine opening with a sound that seems like a sigh. I get closer, kneel down and reach for my clothes. Same ones I wore yesterday, clean and dry, still warm. They emit a sweet smell, and as I take them out, I think I can hear this sighing again. Yeah, the thing is, there are washing machines that are connected to the internet, and what they can do for you is they can get profiles. Like for example, they can find out what is the best time to wash when nobody else is washing, so they can help you utilize energy and resources better. Not that you have any advantage out of that, because your contracts will not make anything cheaper when you do it at night when nobody else is doing it. But yeah, there are washing machines that are connected to the internet, and they actually do a couple of useful things and some really, really stupid things as well. And of course, they are an attack vector, and yeah, it's pretty pointless, but they exist. I think there are even toilets connected to the internet nowadays, especially in Japan. I could assume something like that exists. Anyway, good morning. I timed it so you can start your day fresh, clean and comfortable. You should be satisfied. Or not, I don't care, it's done. I like that washing machine. As before I jump up, this time almost losing my balance. Almost. Phew, may have ended in the toilet bowl again. That voice definitely came from a washing machine, and I read its manual. It can't talk. It's never talked before, but it does. The strict, cold female voice. Oh dear. Hey dude, you fine? I mean, expect talking to fridges. Oh god, yeah, I'm okay. Why is this all happening to me? Oh, I was hoping you'd be pleased with me tending to your attire. The display of the washing machine is flickering like crazy. Ah, come on. Talk to her. Wait, let me get this straight. While I was sleeping, you undressed me? For a moment there's silence. The blinking of display stops and dims in brightness. Suddenly a sound is coming out of washing machine. I'm not sure if it's barfing or sobbing. Oh, forgive my intrusion. Let me assure you, it was probably far more unpleasant for me than it was for you. I can't... How in the name of God did she do that? Her voice is shaking, quivering. It's clear to see how hard she's fighting to keep her composure. And then she lets it out. I can't stand all this filth. No behavior, no devotion is downright terrifying, and I'm not sure how to react. I feel like I'm the elephant in the room, destroying her rules like soap bubbles with my mere presence. Oh yeah, actually, you know, that message thing was not even... Didn't even notice that, but there are a couple of other typos in here, but I didn't write them down, so you guys have to figure that out yourself, I suppose. Because I'm not the best proofreader when it comes to typos anyway, so I just ignore that. Anyway, what should I do? Well, of course, apologize, because, no, it's... If I had a washing machine like that, I'd literally marry her, okay? I kneel down in front of her. I feel a bit silly still being naked, but I feel this is important. My dear washing machine, after all you've done for me, I have to apologize. I hurt you and it wasn't my intention. I was just very surprised to wake up like this. Suddenly the display is flashing in full brightness, even beyond it. I still had Yumi with red lips, let's put it that way. But her lips are purple. She blushing? Wait, how did I even come to this conclusion? Must not submit to filth. Yeah, you tell me. I still like this washing machine. It was weird, her voice changed for a moment, resembling more of a robot than a human being. Hey, is everything alright? Triple buzz and back to normal voice. Did she just clear her throat? She doesn't even have a throat. Oh lordy, yeah. Yes, excuse me, it's probably the smell. Can't think straight within this pollution. So are you still mad at me? No reply. Instead of that, there is a loud beep informing me that the self-cleaning system has started. Although the machine is modern, it runs pretty loud. I try to speak louder so she can hear me. Alright, do you have a name? Name? I am but a servant. I serve, I wash, nothing else. Name. Here we go again. She has no problem with our language, and it doesn't sound as if she doesn't know what the term name means. She clearly does. It's just like she has a hard time remembering it. My name is not important. Proceeding to stage 1 of cleaning. Water pump on. Okay. Ah, I see. Do you guys have a changelog or anything like that on I think Itch.io or Itch.io? I don't know how to pronounce that website. You know where the demo is practically. I also have the link in here. Wait, give me a moment. Making how to maintain a conversation. Oh, come on, don't be so humble. After all, you're washing all my clothes, even my underwear. Without that, I could not even show up at work. You take care of very important things for me, and thus I would like to know your name. No reply, just rolling. A sigh, thinking that the conversation is over now. Well, at least I try. Suiko. It's Suiko. Proceed to stage 2. Ah, come on. I like the washing machine so much. I'm going to stay with her. Okay, so it should be there. Okay, might have to take a look at it. I feel like I'm still dreaming. She is but an object, something I use, but something keeps me with her, attached like a magnet. Shouldn't matter to me, but I feel it's important to make things right now. Suiko is a very nice name. I just wish you'd stop referring to yourself as my servant. For a moment the display is flashing again, irregularly fast, while from deep within her I hear a sound I've never heard before. I can't even remotely imagine what part of her machine body would cause it. Suddenly I'm deeply worried. Suiko, are you okay? I'm fine. Stage 3. You scared me there for a second. How could I scare you? Are you washing machinophobic? Okay, that sounds like Outster for some reason. Oh, what else do I have to deal with? What? I wasn't scared of you. Then why don't you want my service anymore all of a sudden? I thought you were happy with me. Oh, but I am, very much so. Then I do not understand your request. I just don't want to see you as a servant. You are something different. I do not understand. Me neither, Suiko. I have really no idea what is going on with me, with you, with the whole world around me. Am I not cleaning your dirty clothes, making them pure? This is what matters the most. Yeah, I thought so. It sounded so much like outside. I actually never thought I would have so much fun with a game where I can practically choose between 2 or 3 things to do and then read text, but I really like the humor. It's totally up my sleeve. You do, of course. But now you also talk to me. You did not do that before. Do you understand what I mean? No, forgive me if my data is wrong, but I have not undergone any changes since software update version 2.1 last week. You, however, you noticed me. And this is causing great, filthy confusion. At this point I realized that the situation is as weird to her as it is to me. What if all my appliances think I ignored them on purpose? My stomach cramps up at this thought. I cannot even begin to understand how they must have felt and feel now. Suiko, you have to believe me that I never ignored you on purpose. I simply could not hear you before. Do you understand this, Suiko? The information you provided is being gathered and stored within my memory. Understanding will come in time. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, obviously, as somebody who doesn't know Outstar would probably not notice that anyway, but yeah, the previous line was just so indicative. It's incredible. Her voice sounds a little bit more warm, although it still concerns me how strict she is. Seems like this is going to be a long road. Still pondering. Suiko surprises me by breaking the silence. May I be so rude to ask you a question too? Of course. Could you please take a shower? You smell dirty. Thank you very much. And hey, Ikak, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Voice acting No. No, I don't think so. Especially because voice acting does not only cost a shit ton of money, you are also fixed to the voice acting, so I don't think that would make much sense, right? Because you do that once, and you do it right once, and then it's done, and then you can't really change anything on what is being said afterwards, except if you want to contract another voice actor, and then you're screwed. Financially, that is. I had to laugh out and immediately hoped she wouldn't take it as an offense. Yeah, oh, come on, go into... Oh dear, I think you're right. This one is probably no longer young, but if I hurry, it shouldn't take more than a few minutes. Well, why not? Oh, I see. I jump into the shower, I hear her faintly, "Thank you, that's way better." It's so weird knowing that she's there watching, but on the other hand, I do not feel any embarrassment. I mean, she undressed me last night, but still there's no tension. Does she even have eyes? Can she see me? Suiko feels so pure and clean, yet she doesn't seem to have a problem seeing me naked, or feel anything for that matter. It's really weird, but I wonder what she would be like if I managed to cheer her up out of being so strict. Make her feel less like she really is, or like what she really is. Yeah, and it's way too static, at least for something that is, let's say, in progress. I mean, if you're like a big development studio with a publisher behind, where it has lots of money, you can afford stuff like that, but I don't think for games like this it's in any way feasible. And if voice acting is not done professional, like let's say even if I try really, really hard to do it as good as I can, it would still be pretty crappy voice acting, right? Then you probably have to try to make it so bad it's good again. And I don't think that's even possible with voice acting, so don't really see the point. Oh, damn. This is also weird. I'm talking about a washing machine. I should really rub this up and get this day started, get clear head. After I get out of the shower, I dress myself and brush my teeth. Alright, thanks again for cleaning my stuff. That saved me a lot of time. I gotta go now. See you later. I wink towards Suiko, but she doesn't answer at all. Well, let's finally start this day. Ouch, my ass. Just realized that the weird aftertaste in my mouth is not the only thing left over from last evening. There's also pain. Horrible headache, burning stomach, and overall I'm not feeling like I should live today. I know that feel, just had that 2 days ago. I should probably stay home and rest, but I can't possibly leave the shop closed for another day. +200 gig. Oh, thinking about it, I should have some updates as well on GOG Galaxy. Hope they already ran through. Your download queue is empty. Oh, that's not good. Well, never mind. So, I should probably have a small nap, this time on my own bed instead of toilet bowl. Nah, I wouldn't actually do that. I can't put trust in my own decisions these days, especially when I'm so sleepy. I slept quite well this night and the weather looks good today. Not a bad way to start the day. After time later on, you could orchestrate a community voiceover mod. Yeah, that could be a thing. I woke up feeling uneasy. Everything that's happened in the past 3 days slowly leads me to the conclusion that I'm not fully okay. Or worse, if I'm okay, the world is not. As a kid I always dreamed about having superpowers, but talking to house appliances was absolutely not on the list. What if everything can talk? I can bet I've seen a cartoon or a movie about it before. Maybe every little spoon or needle in my house has its own soul, character, identity. How many innocent creatures have I hurt in my entire life by walking over used cigarettes and bottle caps? What about a pavement? Oh, don't worry, cigarettes have no soul. I think it's time to face my fears once again. I'm in desperate need of chocolate anyway. Get up lazily and proceed towards the kitchen.
Unwillingly, my loud yawn smoothly transforms into yeah, like my vocal cords couldn't wait to greet every possible talking item in this house. Smile to myself, hearing no reply. Good morning. My legs decide to freeze all of a sudden, and I barely catch my balance to stay on my feet. I wish it were my fridge's voice, it's not. Pardon my sudden interruption of your daily schedule. It's time to talk. My eyes shift slowly towards the living room and regain focus. Oh boy. That's a man? Jesus Christ. There's a man sitting on my couch. Some part of me wants to scream and call the police, but the majority of my brain either thinks he's not not a threat or that he is not real. He doesn't look real, that's for sure. His white curly hair has a very strange, luminescent color, similar to his eyes. Seems very pale and skinny, almost sickly, but there's weird power resonating from his side alone. I can't clearly state if he's physical. Feels like I'm watching a ghost who has suddenly materialized in my room. Talk about what... I want to ask him so many questions, but I can't. My voice barely gets out of my throat. Tell me, have you experienced any weird things lately? Tell the truth. I mean, there's a dude sitting in your living room and you don't want to kick the living shit out of him, so why not talk to him in earnest? These are 99 cents DLC. This question surprises me for a second, but I realize there's no point in lying now. Oh, right, yeah, that's true. Yes, items around me talk, turn into humans and back, I hear voices. The man smiles gently and nods his head. Really glad you're not trying to refuse their existence. A small step, but it's a good start. In all honesty, I didn't expect that from you. I'm more puzzled than I ever was. Considering past 2 days, that's a record. What did you expect from me? Something like your father would do. Analyze, find a resolution, go back to your daily tasks like nothing ever happened. He smiles wider, looking into the distance. Was he remembering something? Thinking about it, maybe that's why you can hear them. Maybe this huge mystery can be solved so easily. Wait, what? What mystery? Fridge? Fridge hearing superpowers? It's not in genes. Oh, wait, what? The first rule is, I cannot give you every answer you want. Not that I'm in possession of every single answer, if that changes anything. I wish I could help you more than this, but unless you are on the right track, my hands are tied. Wait, the first rule of what? Suddenly a loud buzzing coming from the kitchen, slowly dissolving into a sweet female voice. Hello, master. Who are you talking to? The man smiles gently. The second rule is, they can't hear me nor see me. It doesn't work both ways, though I can see them. See right through them, to their very roots. I know where they come from. Also, I think there's a typo, right? There's like a new line and then... Anyway. I know where they reside. I could potentially do much more than that, but I'm not allowed to interact with them, nor am I allowed to assist you in that interaction. He pauses to wait for a reaction from me, but I'm still frozen shut. I'm Jack's broken freezer. The third rule is, I am to advise the one of power, one who cannot be pushed onto a certain path or brought around to my point of view. I cannot be subjective. First rule of the Fridge Club, yeah, exactly. I can only ask, sometimes answer, and in case our paths, your path leads you to failure or death, I'm trying to, you sound so serious, too serious. I'm supposed to leave forever. Are these rules clear? Well, I don't think you really need it when the guy dies, right? Nothing is clear, my mind included. I'm not even sure where to start. My head is buzzing with questions, but he said he can't give me answers, right? How is it supposed to work? So this is not just about talking to attractive refrigerators. The man laughs a little but continues looking at me mysteriously. There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamed of, and talking fridges are just one of them. I'm not sure if I really dream of, talking fridges. Okay, so that's it. It was 4 days. I actually thought it was 7, but maybe that was like people wanted to have 7 days.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I mean, honestly, even if there are some typos in the final product, that's like it doesn't matter all that much, at least not to me. I mean, there are people who are a little bit more picky about that, but we finished the demo of Cold Hearts, and it took us an overall of 1 hour and 55 minutes, subtract maybe 5 minutes for my little break in between, and so far I can say, for a dating simulator, I really like this game. Mainly because of the music, the art style, and the humor, which is really nice. And yeah, 8-bit, I will send you a little bit of feedback about, you know, like the highlighting stuff. That's probably my biggest concern, because it's sometimes difficult to see what item you've selected in the menu. And I think other than that, yeah, keep on doing it, keep on working on it, and I'm actually looking forward to the release. I will probably buy it, at least if it's not like 50 euros or something, but otherwise I think I'm definitely going to take a pick on it and stream it some more. Also, I really need to download the updated version with the purple lips and not the red lips. But I also think that's it for today, except if I can find something else to stream. I really didn't want to start a new game for my next series. I also don't think I have Grandia 2 installed. No, I don't. So I suppose that's going to be it for today, and tomorrow we are going to stream Spellcaster Part 3, which will probably be the last part of Spellcaster, so we will finish that, and then there will be a 2 weeks vacation. Yeah, I didn't think you would make it 50 bucks, but I just thought for the comic relief I'd add that. Yeah, Grandia 2 will be due in 3 weeks, because like I said, tomorrow will be the finale, hopefully the finale of Spellcaster. And then I will be in Switzerland for another week, and then on the next weekend I will go on a 2 weeks vacation. So that's going to be it. And then after that, after my vacation, when I come back, I will start Grandia 2, and for Master System Monday or Master System Sunday, I will probably pick Wonder Boy in Monster World, because I really want to play that game again, and want to play it through, you know, from start to finish. So that's the plan for the future, and otherwise I hope you guys have a pleasant Saturday afternoon or evening, depending on where you are, and I hope to see you tomorrow for more Master System Sunday with Spellcaster, and like I said, hopefully the finale. Good evening and bye bye.